we have some very sad moments for our people in East Africa. This is a broad day, and we have lost one of the greatest men to ever have been around in East Africa. We are saddened and very sorry about the demise of His Excellency John Pombe Magufuli, the President of Tanzania. Like we always say, we celebrate hills, and hills are not born, they are made. We believe in the greatest nationality of this great man, not only in East Africa, not only in Africa, not only in the world, but for what he stood for. He's one man who has stood with his people, a man who have called things as they are, a man who will be cherished forever in his country, in Africa, and in the world. And please, I would wish if we would listen to the Tanzanian national anthem, and after the national anthem, we shall observe a moment of silence. Wabariki viongozi wake, hekima, umoja na amani. Hizi ni ngao zetu, Afrika na watu wake. Ibariki Afrika, ibariki Afrika, tubariki watoto wa Afrika. Mungu ibariki Tanzania, dumisha uhuru na umoja, wake kwa waume na watoto. Mungu ibariki Tanzania na watu wake. Ibariki Tanzania, ibariki Tanzania, tubariki watoto wa Tanzania. Sana. Can we take a moment of silence in the memory of this great leader of Africa? Thank you very much. I would wish us to revisit and go through the life of this great man, a man who in less than 5 years have been able to achieve what not many people in Africa and in the world have been able to achieve. As you know, the late president of Tanzania was born on 29th of October in the year 1959 in Geita region of Tanzania. Having been born in 1959, it means this gentleman was 61 years. And I would like us to be very precise and let other African leaders know anything is doable. Everything is doable. You can achieve not what many people do. And like, you know, the history of a man makes other men. History can not be repeated. History can be done. If for the sake of us, those who have had the privilege of possibly getting education, we know what it means. And it's good to look up on whom Magufuli is. Actually, Magufuli went to the University of Dar es Salaam, as most probably many of you may be aware, but it's important that you got to know. At the university, he took his bachelor's degree in chemistry and maths at Dar University. That was between the year 1985 and 1988. He had his master's of Science in Chemistry at the same university in 1988. And then he got his PhD from the same university in chemistry. This is telling by itself the kind of men that the Tanzanians were lucky to have. As we pray, we know he has made quite a difference in the lives not only of the Tanzanians, but also in the lives of the neighbors, the Kenyans and the Ugandans, and most probably in the whole of Africa. Honestly, we need to look at the history, the political history of the great John Pombe Magufuli. How did this man become the president of Tanzania? I can tell you honestly, not very many people have had the privilege of understanding this great African. I know, as you know, Tanzania is synonymous with the late Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. And actually, after that, John will be remembered many, many, many years to come. I know. I have looked at the social media in all the times that John has been around there. I have seen what our young men and women in Africa, in Kenya, and in the world would have wanted to emulate these great men. A men who have left a legacy that not many people will leave. If you remember, when John became the president of Tanzania, he made a surprise visit to the Ministry of Finance, which is the backbone of any country's economy. And what happened after that? I know, you know as much as I do, that Tanzania became a working nation. And to get us there, let us look at how the President Magufuli got himself into power. You remember, he created the Shato constituency parliamentary seat in 1995. 1995 is not a very long time. 1995, I know most of us were still there and we didn't know whom he was. Before then, he was a lecturer. And after that, he was re-elected in the year 2000 and the year 2005. What an achievement. What a feat for a great African. How many of us would stand to emulate this great African? How many of us would want to leave a legacy, not for what you have accumulated, but for what you will leave to your nation? May the good Lord rest the soul of the great John in eternal peace. As we continue looking at these men who I feel so proud to be associated with. Actually, as we are talking, I think some of the last projects that Magufuli had, you know, he stand on the COVID-19, which to me was no mean achievement. These men said, oh, we believe in God, yes? We can. Africa has the resources. Africa has what it takes to take care of itself. And truly, yes, one man that will go down in history as having taken a stand that not many would take is His Excellency Magufuli. Not to forget that when John became the president of Tanzania, he made it very clear no civil servants should be going abroad. Whatever they are going for abroad, they could do it in Tanzania. And for your information, gentlemen, 1 year, Tanzania was able to save a whopping 47 billion Kenya shillings. I wish you'd count that. If it was done in Kenya, if it was the Kenyan president who was able to save 47 billion, Kenya shillings in Ania, we would not even be having problems letting them do the BBIs, and everything that is on standstill in Kenya would be happening. Remember what is happening in our counties. How much money does our counties use? Anyway, let's continue looking at the history of these great men. These men that I will live to cherish forever. And I know, as we talk, I can see people are sending their messages of condolences. And I wish to say, guys, this man is of no mean feat. Well, it's important to know that when Magufuli went to parliament, he was first appointed as the Deputy Minister of Works. That was in the year 1995 to the year 2000, for 5 years. Then between 2000 and 2005, he was in the Ministry of Works. After that, he went to the Ministry of Lands, Housing, and Human Development. That is 2005 to 2008. And do you know what? Something that maybe not many of you will know. What propelled Magufuli to become the president is the work he did for the Tanzanians. The work he did for his people. When he became the minister for lands, he said, it is doable. It is possible. It is achievable. We can achieve anything and everything. And do you know what he said? Do you know what he said? We will have roads in almost everywhere in Tanzania. And he did. And he achieved without much hullabaloo. He didn't have to go tell everyone, I want to do this, I want to do this. And remember, he was a minister. What does that tell us? For all the people in Africa and everywhere, where we have constitutions guiding and guarding a nation, whatever job you're given, whatever job you want to do, you can achieve. And that is why this great man never disappointed. He never disappointed. So, please, as we continue looking at the history of this great man, I wish us to get some music. Let's continue listening to this, what the gentleman, this great man did. In the year 2008 to 2010, he was in the Ministry of Livestock Development and Fisheries. Then, for a second term, 2010 to 2015, he was the Minister of Works. Oh my God. How I wish. Tuombe Mungu abariki Tanzania. Actually, if you remember, this gentleman has only been the president of Tanzania from the year 2015. What a feat! What an achievement! Kenyans, as we are talking now, if you didn't know, the prices of petrol in Tanzania are far much lower than what we used to call the East African hub, economic hub, which was Kenya. Oh my God. Actually, after winning the presidency in the year 2015 on a CCM party, which is actually the ruling party, he ran on an anti-corruption and economic sovereignty platform. I wish we would understand what that means, because that is what every president that I know have ran on. They say, we will empower our people. We will not condone corruption. I can tell you, with no fear of contradiction, with no fear of favor, that one man that will go down in history as having kept his word to Wanjiku, to the commoner, is John Pombe Magufuli. Africa, I cry for you. I know that is what John is. That is what John says. Wherever he says, wherever he is, he says, oh my God, Africa, I cry for you. And that is why, for the great work that he did, he was elected for a second term in October 2020 under the ruling party again. That was October, 4 months ago, 6 months to be precise. And what does it be able to do? John showed his people what it means to be a president. You can be what you'd call a people's president. You can achieve anything. You can achieve everything. You don't have to accumulate wealth. You don't have to. Actually, I still feel for these great men who said on the 8th of June, 2020, President Magufuli declared Tanzania COVID-19 free. Yes. How many readers would stand with their people and say, I know it is doable. I know we can achieve. I know whatever we want, we can get it. And what happened? Actually, the only time that they looked at the COVID cases, in Tanzania, we had about 500 cases. Yes. This man really worked for his people. For those who know, one thing that we have always wanted to know is, my God, with all the work that this man does for the nation, is he a father? Does he have a family? Yes. This great man was married to Janice Magufuli, who was a primary school teacher, and they have 5 children. Oh my God, look, she never stopped teaching because he was the president. He never stopped ruling the country. He never for one moment forgot that he was a teacher and the wife was a teacher. And that is why, as we speak, hundreds of thousands of schools in Tanzania have had him go see what is happening. What a better way for Africa to say, Rod, good Rod, we know what John stood for. We know what Magufuli stood for. As Kenyans in Kenya, as Kenyans in America, I'll tell you the world is in standstill. We have been told John died of a heart condition. May we pray that his life be sovereign. May he rest in peace. And may Tanzania get the best and give the nation the best. As we close, I would say, how many of our readers, what is this that John have taught our readers? What have our readership learned from John? May I say, until the next time, we will continue celebrating a great man, a man who I want to believe may have talked about the East Africa coming together. Thank you, and until next time, God bless you all.
Kwa wakubwa mpaka watoto, Magu anazidi baba moto, Wapinzani matumbo joto, mmechoka ati tunataka lala, wapinzani watatuzidi, wataweza muziki kama kisomo kile sababa, magwana zidi baba, mafufua na viwanda, ndege zetu tunapanda, wataweza kweli kushindana nasi, hata wakiungana matusi kututukana. Kufuli babala, Josefu babala, Juni Pombe babala, Magu babala, Samia mamala, Pole Pole babala, Magule babala, CCM chamala. Selema, Alicia Selema, Chama Sema, tunashinda tena, wanazamikura mselemo.
Thank you very much, and may God rest the soul of John Pombe Magufuli in eternal peace. But we will continue listening to the national anthem so that we can close our evening today. But I tell you, I wish I would have an opportunity, I would have a chance to go and celebrate the life of these great men. Thank you. Bye-bye. If you are listening to us, please go to Kuira Kabiru Live, YouTube, and please hit that subscribe. It is the red star there. Hit it and subscribe so that we can be with you tomorrow, and may God bless Africa and each and every one of us.